Ladies and gentlemen, making her way back to your TV sets on public access television, say you'll be there for the return of Erica's Transsexual Love Talk. She'll be giving you everything all the other talk shows were not able to give you. Hello, and welcome to a special edition of Erica's Transsexual Love Talk. Tonight we'll be taking a look at the past 8 episodes of the show from last year, and I'll be talking about what I plan to be doing with the show this year once I have a time slot open. So meanwhile, before we get to the clips, I want to explain how I was able to come up with a legal name change for myself. Before I began the process of discovering that I was a pre-op transsexual, I went under the name of Eric Porter, and that was my legal given name at birth. But I took steps to legally change my name to Erica. Okay, this here is my voter's registration card with the new name and other information like my home address and stuff. This here is my Medicare card. I'm at the moment receiving benefits from Social Security, and this is due to the fact that I'm HIV positive. So the Medicare card has the name Erica D. Porter on it, and it has my sex, which is female, which is what I consider myself to be. Next we have my Medicaid card, which bears the same name. And this is what's known for people who receive food stamps, has a food stamp coupon card, which has my correct name on it. Okay, now we're gonna start going into the first clip, which is from the very first episode of the show, and this clip is set up so that you'll see that I'm taking a phone call from a lady named Hannah, or a teenager named Hannah. I'm not really sure if she was a teenager or whatever, but anyhow, let's roll this clip from the first episode. Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
My name is Hannah.
Yes.
And I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
Actually, I have 2 questions for you. One is, what's the difference between transsexual and she-male? I never understood that.
Well, I couldn't really. Well, I guess a she-male is it's a woman who has the male genitals, and she has the penis and the genitals and the testicles and things like that.
Okay, but isn't okay, part of my thing isn't testicles what God has given you, and what the breast implants is just artificial because it's
No,
no, okay.
no. Some transsexual
No,
male to
sorry.
female. Um, some transsexual male to females, they take hormones, and they feel that that the hormones aren't enough to, like, you know give them the feeling, so they go on to more determinations and whatever.
I mean, I'm not trying to be religious or anything,
Uh-huh.
but what I'm trying to say, Erica, is that, like a penis is just what you were born with.
Yeah.
And okay, the reason why I'm asking.
All right. And we're back. That is a very interesting clip, because the lady wanted to know the difference between a transsexual and a female. Now, I can only explain as to what it is, from either reading about it or having a conversation with somebody about it. You know, if you were to ever go to the adult bookstores or peep shows where they sell magazines and whatnot, you would be able to see certain books that will have pictures of transvestites, transsexuals or she-males, or maybe even cross-dressers or something like that. But anyway, it was just a very first, it kind of shook me because I wasn't really prepared for that type of question, but I was glad that she asked the question so that I can try to answer it the best way that I knew how. All right, now we're going to be taking a whole lot of steps with the show. We're going to pick right up from what happened last year. Right now, let's prepare for the second clip, which is February 23rd. And we'll go into that clip right now. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, I have a question here.
Yes.
I came in the middle of your program and I saw that you were talking, I heard that you were talking about everyone coming in and uniting with one another.
Yes.
What did you plan on doing when you have everyone united together? What would be the purpose of everyone being together?
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, get the heterosexual community to accept transsexual men and women. And let me just explain it to you. In case you didn't see last week's show, transsexual is a man or woman who desires to change their sex. And some people have a rough time, accepting that. So what I wanted to do is to, try to reach the people and, get them to, sit together and be able to talk about what's making them uncomfortable and things like that.
Oh, okay, that's very, that's good. I'm glad. I mean, it has to be a starting point sometime, and if you're going to do that, then you might as well start here and begin it with this way. It may not be I don't know. People don't like change rapidly, so if you do it slowly and surely, then it will become acceptable, hopefully in the near future.
Yeah. Could I have your name before you go off?
Tommy.
Huh?
Tommy.
Tommy. Okay. Well, I like. If you don't mind me asking, are you straight by any chance?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, that's definitely what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people to like really sit down and talk about what's making them uncomfortable with gays, lesbians, because we're all like together in this and whatever. And the growing epidemic of HIV and AIDS and things like that. It's just like a real tragedy. A lot of people are dying from this disease, and we're all waiting for a cure. And I just want to like stress to people that don't know, and the so-called ignorant people, that this disease does not come from the gay men, women, or transsexuals or anything like that.
Erica, go.
All right. That was a very interesting clip. What the person wanted to know was, what did I mean by bringing the communities together? Now, there are 3 separate communities. Doesn't matter where you live, but there are 3 separate communities that people belong to. There's the heterosexual community, there's the gay and lesbian community. That is a community within itself. And then you have the transgender or the transsexual community. Those are 3 separate communities from one another. And what I wanted to do was bring them together, group them as a whole, and try to get some peace and understanding for what this condition is. It's not really a condition. Being a transgender person or a transsexual, male to female or female to male, is not really a condition. Some therapists or some psychiatrists may see it as being a condition, but I know from my point of view that it is not that. What I want to do is I want to make people understand why we are the way we are. It could be something spiritual, or it can be something environmental or something. There's nothing wrong with it. It's completely normal for whatever normal is. Okay, now I'm hoping that you're enjoying the lovely background that you see before you, because that's what we're going to be doing from now on. We're going to have some kind of background, to make the show more appealing for the viewing audience. But meanwhile, let's roll into the next clip, which is with my guest, Barbara Warren, and she is the founder of the Gender Identity Project. So can we roll into that clip, please? Thank you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Erica, what's up?
Hi.
I got a 2-part question for you.
Yes.
First of all, I want to say, you got to do what you got to do, and don't let no one disrespect you in any way.
Sure.
Okay? Well, first of all, I want to say I'm a heterosexual man. I wanted to ask you, you're a pre-op transsexual, right?
Do you mean?
You take hormones?
Yes, I take hormones.
Okay, do you think a lot of transsexuals were born, like, do you think you were born with, like, female chromosomes, like female,
I'm not a chemist or a doctor, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
Okay, and another question.
Yes.
This happened to a friend of mine. If you were at a club or wherever, would you, and if a man came up to you, would you tell him what you are?
No.
You wouldn't tell him?
No.
But do you think that would be right for a man?
He's looking at me and he's seeing what he believes to be female.
Yeah. So say you went home with him.
And when he wants to invite me home or something like that, you know.
When he gets you home, that he knows what you really are. He might think you're a real female, and then he might.
She is a real female.
Hi, we're back in the studio, and let me just bring you up to date as to what we're doing tonight. What you're seeing tonight is you're seeing some clips from the past year, which was when I first had the show. And I would just like to thank the people at Manhattan Neighborhood Network for allowing me to produce a show like this, because other networks probably would not be ready for such a thing as this. So I'm glad to be here at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, and I'm having a great time. That was a very interesting clip with me and my guest Barbara Warren, where the guy wanted to know would I tell somebody that I was going out with or I was dating that I was a pre-op transsexual. Now, as I said in the clip, the person already knows who I am without me even mentioning one word. So I shouldn't have to go around explaining myself to anybody. You know, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to try to help other pre-op transsexuals who aren't willing to come out and talk about this, you know. And it can be a male to female or a female to male. It doesn't matter. I'm here to, you know, set some kind of stepping stone for those people to come out and talk about what's going on with their lives. Now, we're going to speed up just a little bit. We're going to try to move into the next clip. So why don't we get into that clip? This clip is very interesting because I'm taking a phone call from a famous actress where she's supporting my efforts to produce this show, and you know, she's taken the time to give me a call to cheer me on. So let's roll into this next clip. Oh, you're on Erica's Transsexual Love Talk.
Hi, Erica. How are you?
Fine.
So, Erica, listen, I'm lying here with my husband. My name is Renee Russo. I'm an actress. You may or may not know who I am.
Maybe
We're flipping around the
What
television.
shows have you done?
Wait a second. I have to listen to the TV to hear you. You know what? We just wanted to tell you that you're beautiful on the inside and out. You're a very, very kind person. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
And I just wanted to call and tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
God bless you.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Bye. Hi. Okay, that was a very special clip because the person who called me was Miss Renee Russo. I've seen her in quite a few movies, and I'm not sure if she really, well, I believe she did understand what I was talking about when I was coming out to people about my transsexuality. So I really appreciate her calling me, giving me her support. She's a well-known person, so to have that kind of support is very pleasing to me. It helps me a lot. Oh, wow. Look who's in the studio with us. It's Kate Moss. Wow. It's a wonder. It's very funny that she should happen to be here while I'm talking about this. While I'm talking about my procedures to go into full womanhood, or to become a post-op woman, post-op transsexual woman. Kate Moss, you're drinking milk. Wow. Someday I'm gonna grow up to look just like her. See, she's drinking milk, I'm drinking milk. In a few years after the operation's over, we'll both be drinking. we'll both be twin sisters. Okay. Meanwhile, let's get back to the show at hand. We're gonna roll into another clip. I believe this is when I'm coming back after some financial difficulties. So let's roll into that clip now. Have something like a little sideline job with an organization that I mentioned a couple of times on the show before I went away, the Gender Identity Project. Can I have that information for the Gender Identity Project, please? Okay. All right. This is for all transsexual, male to female, female to males. Okay. Can you give me a close-up on this card here? Just a little bitty close-up. Okay. Whew. All right. Girls, are you really looking to turn it out? Do you want to be fab and not be fierce? You know it's all over for you. There's no other girl like you. Being the one and only legend isn't easy every day. And you know that you always have to take care of yourself. Let us introduce you to a place where you can go to show other girls out there that you care about yourself and your fellow sisters. Empowerment is the key to life. It is the place to call the Gender Identity Project.
Okay.
Hi. We're back, and that clip was coming back to the show after some financial problems that I had, because I had to first book a production studio to do my show from. I was doing it live. Like I'm hoping to be able to do it live again this year, but that clip was showing how I managed to get back, and in spite of my financial difficulties, because I had to work with a budget in order to produce this show. And being that I'm getting benefits from Social Security and whatnot, it was like really hectic to take the time and produce a show like this. It wasn't that easy. But anyway, it just shows the patience that I had, the courage that I had, which is what I'm gonna try to bring out more. I would again like to thank the people at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, because without these people, without these facilities, this show would not exist. So without further ado, we're going to roll into another clip because we don't have that much time. We want to get all these clips in and let you know what's going on with the show, how it's going to progress from what you've seen before. So let's go into the clip where I'm talking with another transsexual female. She is a post-op transsexual. Her name is Nora Molina, and we're talking about her coming out in an article called AIDS in the Transgender Community. So please let's roll to that clip now. The headline reads, "Does your date want to know? Sexual relationships and HIV disclosure." Now, I'm very glad Nora is on the show tonight because she mentions in the article that she's HIV positive.
Well, actually, I've graduated with diploma and everything. I now have AIDS.
Okay.
But AIDS does not deteriorate the person who I am. I love myself highly. I've never lived better.
Good.
I exercise, I jog, I cycle, and I have myself. So basically, I am alone, but I'm not lonely. Okay. And you can still have a very rewarding, fulfilled life, whether you have a lover or not, but best of all, just having yourself. Mm-hmm. Having yourself and understanding who you are and understanding what mission you're in. I mean, you have AIDS. I mean, I have AIDS, and it's like an unwanted guest. Mm-hmm. And sort of like you just want to kick the shit out of it, kick the shit out of it, yeah. Kick it out of your home and whatnot.
Say, get away from me.
Yeah, exactly. But while I have it, I'd like to try and make the best of it because basically, until there is a cure, basically, I'm stuck with it. But it doesn't stop me from achieving the things that I want. I have goals. I meet them, and when I finish one, I just continue on to another, mm-hmm. and. I have a very fulfilled, rewarding life.
Okay. Well, I'm very glad that you're on the show tonight because it's going to give me the courage to disclose my HIV status. I'm HIV positive myself. And, this is a very powerful article. I've read some of it. And it's kind of too long to really sit here and read to you because of the time frame. But let me just read a little bit of it. Okay, it says, "The moment of disclosure makes the virus real to me," says Becky. During the moment, she says, any amount of denial about infection, no matter how little or great, is swept away. The first time I tried to tell a lover that I was HIV positive, I thought I was going to vomit. Hi, we're back, and unfortunately we're out of time. I would just like to take a few minutes to say Happy Gay Pride to all the people out there celebrating Gay Pride. This is a sign that I made for Pride Week. It's something that talks about transsexual pride. It separates me from the gays and the lesbians, but I'm not really concerned about who's who. I'm more concerned about who I am. And this is just a sign that I created for Pride Week. It says, Trans Power Lives, Rock On. On the back it says, Trans Love Forever. So that's all the time we have for tonight. Be sure to tune in to the live show, which I'm not sure when it's going to be. But I hope to see you there. Good night.